This is no ordinary love. That's right. Oh, I felt that Anita Baker in my soul today, man. Happy Mother Loving Friday. Welcome to another episode of Uncorked Poetry Podcast. My name is T. I'm going to be your host today. What's crack-a-lacking, people? Trying to get some stuff situated. Situated. So my dog is in here, so let's hope he stays quiet today. We'll see what happens. What's up, folks? How was your week so far? My week was busy but good. I had a birthday yesterday. I am 38 years young. Every year is a blessing. Thank God I made it. Cause listen, things were a little rough for a little bit. So happy to be here. Happy to have you with us. And happy Friday, man. Listen, TGI motherfucking F, bro. Thank God it's Friday, okay? Had a very long week. For those of you who have long weeks, how do you deal with your long week, right? What happens at the end of your long week? What do you do to like, right? So, what I wanted to talk about this week was happiness, man, chasing your happiness. So there's no guest this week. We're gonna read some things from this wonderful book. Um, this book it blew up out of nowhere. Excuse me, about 2 3 years ago, and I see why. They're little small, short pieces, like some poems, some like just life lessons, some suggestions. We're gonna read from this today because it's really cool. It's called Her by Pierre Alex Jainty. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced their last name. Yeah, so at the end of your work week, what do you do to just right? What does your decompression look like? And what do you do for happiness? How do you make yourself happy? What makes you happy? Knowing that is part of, I guess, understanding it all. What makes you happy? What makes me happy? So many things make me happy. Uh, I'm easy to please with some things. Other things, it's, you know what? I set myself up for that. And I heard it after I said it. Anyway, um, I'm wondering from you, what are the things that you do in your everyday life to make you happy? What does happiness look like for you? Big, small, what have you? My small happiness looks like usually chocolate is part of my small happiness, as well as just like, just relaxing. I'm going to have tacos tonight. Um, God, I love tacos. What's better than a taco? Two tacos. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what does your happiness look like? What makes you happy? And what are you doing to chase it, right? So even though like let's say I don't know, talking to a friend I haven't talked to in like 5 years, that would make me happy. Well, what are we doing to make that happen? You reaching out to that friend. If going back to school would make you happy, what are you doing to take those next steps? Knowing what makes you happy is the very first step, but moving on from that, figuring out how to get that is just as important as figuring out what makes you happy. So hopefully you're moving towards the things that make you happy, taking the steps that you need to do the things and get the things you want, as well as taking care of your mental health. Because listen, this is so important, so important. Yeah, take care of yourself, man, because I won't say that nobody else will, but your mental health is your responsibility. The people and the situations and the trauma that we went through in our childhoods, because everybody, nobody gets out of, I think, these are my personal opinions. I think that nobody gets out of most childhoods without some kind of trauma. Hey, what's up, Kat? I love you too, Kat. I can't wait to see you, man. High five. um, so yeah, the shit that happens to us isn't our fault. The things that happen to us in our lives, the way that people treat us, those aren't our fault, but it is our responsibility to fix the things that other people have tried to break in us. So your mental health is your responsibility. So just take the time and take care of yourself. I love you. Hopefully you love yourself, and that journey alone is a beautiful one. It's a hard one, man. Self-love and self-discovery, uh, it I thought it would be an easy road. I was wrong. I was wrong. Understanding yourself fully. and learning the person that you are. There are things that you probably won't like about yourself, and moving on and through those and doing the things that you need to be the kind of person that you want to be, you know, um, being the kind of person that you expect other people to be towards you. That's a journey all on its own, man. It's not easy, but it is so well worth it. I'm nowhere close to being done with this journey, man. I'm just starting. Hopefully, the journey that you're on is one filled with love. Like, be kind to yourself. Self love and self discovery is hard, but it's also really easy to get down on yourself. Like, damn, I still ain't figured this shit out yet. Damn, I didn't do X, Y, and Z. Don't get down on yourself. Okay. If you're putting in the work, acknowledge that in yourself. Give yourself a little high five here and there. Um, I learned that from, I want to say Mel Brooks. It's not Mel Brooks. Uh, there's another, um, what is she? She's I can't remember her name now. I'm gonna look her up. But she does a lot of positivity, and she speaks a lot. She's on the TikTok. I like to say the in front of TikTok and Facebook so everybody knows my age. Okay. Anyway, she has this wonderful idea um, that you do in the morning when you wake up, when you're brushing your teeth in front of the mirror. Give yourself a high five. And she said she was on the Breakfast Club, and I'm gonna find her name. I'm so sorry, but when she was on the Breakfast Club, she was talking about how important it is to not just say kind things to yourself, but this gesture of a high five. No one does a high five mad. No one's giving people high fives like this motherfucker. Like, that doesn't happen. High fives are most often just celebratory. So give yourself a celebratory high five in the morning to just be like, yes, we can do this, man. The day is here. It's already here. It's not leaving. So might as well make the best of it. Give yourself a high five. And just start the day off kind of happy and shit. So, yeah. Jamie said it's a long and winding road. Man, listen. Yes. This road is a motherfucker. Oh, I can cuss on this one. What? Get ready for some cusses. So this book is called Her. And they're like tiny little poems and suggestions and kind words that I found helpful throughout my day. Sometimes I just pick it up on lunchtime and just be like, listen, it's okay. You know what I mean? So let's go through this bitch. I like to cuss. I don't know why. I don't know why. All right. So this book is called Her. It is by Pierre Alex Jainty. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your last name. My apologies. So this one is about love. Love is not for those who like to pick things up and put things down when they get bored. Love is for the hoarders who like to keep even the smallest bit of meaning in their forever shelves. Love is for those who know how to hang on to the fight until their arms can't lift themselves anymore. That's so sweet. Hearts aren't made to be broken. They're meant to feed love. Damn. I like that. I like that. There are a couple in here that I forgot to mark, and I really wish I did, because some of them are just it seems like common sense, and then like when you hear it out loud, you're just like, ain't that a bitch? Yeah. Yeah. So this one is all she wants is for you to love her during the days she needs. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's try it again. All she wants is for you to love her during the days she needs love the most. Who isn't lovable when their world is nothing but sunshine and rainbows, right? If you all bubbly and shit like that, of course it's easy to love that person. But if you're going through some shit, life is hard. You can't fake the smile anymore. You can't put on the fake face. It's hard to love that. Just human nature. Doesn't mean we don't try though. Those are the people who need the love the most. So spread some love today. Your love will never be too much for anyone searching for something real. Yeah. Authentic love is only good bait for those fishing for more than just a good catch. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean about the goodness of the book? I mean, this is a really really cool book, and I used to read it like on the toilet, and then I just started taking it everywhere with me, and reading it at different times other than on the toilet. That might have been TMI, but it's Friday, and I don't give a shit. Here we go. uh, no, that one. Ooh, there we go. She is the same. I think this is apropos for Uncorked Poetry Podcast. She is the same as wine without patience. You will never see how much better she gets with time. I'm going to read that one again because that was dope. She is the same as wine without patience. You will never see how much better she gets with time. Right? Just wait, man. Wait for the ending. Wait for the credits. Wait for the middle. Wait. Just wait. Things will get better, man. Love is like my dog is over here somewhere. Hopefully he'll be quiet today. But I love this furry little so and so more than I thought possible. I've always for a long time I had cats, and cats are wonderful. I love cats. Okay? I think cats are great. But there's something different about like a dog's love. One, yes, dogs are needy. I get it. My dog is quite needy. But having when you come home and then that dog is just like, I've been waiting all day for you. Like, let's go snuggle. On my way. On my way. That kind of love is just, I don't know, it's just nice. I love the shit out of this little bastard. He's the best. Quite annoying sometimes, but he's my annoying little puppy. Their loss of interest in you doesn't mean, oh, excuse me. Their loss and interest in you doesn't make you any less interesting. Let's read it again. Their loss of interest in you doesn't make you any less interesting. I think this is so important because the relationships that we have throughout life, especially for adults, the older we get, the more people we meet, the more relationships we have, the more some of them make it and some of them don't. Some of them are here to stay, and some of them are here for a season. And all of it is okay. It took me a long time I'm still learning that the relationship that you have with the people in your life, if they are kind of settling, unless you want something more, unless the other person wants something more, it's fine. It's fine. There are very few people, I find, this is my personal opinion, there are very few people who are here forever, who are here in your life for a lifetime. So I have a friend, Tiffany Williams. We've been friends since, God, 7th grade, right? Yeah, we've been friends since 7th grade. And I haven't seen Tiffany and like physically seen her in over 10 years. If Tiff called me tomorrow and said, I want to come visit, can I come? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't give a shit what Tiff asked for. I don't care if Tiff is just like, listen, I'm going through some shit. I'm going to need a foot. Damn, I need a foot too. But, whatever you need, bitch, take the foot. Now, I don't see that being in like the real world, but you see what I mean? Like Tiff is, for me, Tiff is an forever. She's been in my life forever. I've never not wanted her in my life. Love you, Tiff. I have another friend, Marie. We used to be, those of you who watch the show or listen to the show, you know that Marie is my bestest friend in the whole wide world. And her and I didn't start off like that. We kind of started off a little bit as like enemies, mostly on my part. That's a story for another day. But I love the fuck out of Marie. Like if she called tomorrow, it's just like, listen, I'm gonna need a couple feet of intestines. Like, damn, bitch, intestines? Fuck, I gave Tiff a foot, I guess. Yeah, just come on and get it. If I love you, I love you. If you need a body part, you can have a body part. If you can give it back when you're done, that would be great. I'm not sure that's an actual thing. It kind of sounds like real black markety, but I'm down the ride for you, is what I'm saying. I marked a couple of these off because, well, obviously, like they caught my attention. This one, okay. I really like this one. It's a lot of these, all of these are really short pieces that you can read whenever. They're, most of them are this size, really small. So this one says, broken hearts can still love, and broken people are still lovable. It's four lines, and not even four lines, but there's so much life in this short little piece. There's so much understanding. There's so much patience. There's so much love in this small little piece right here. I'll read it again. Broken hearts can still love, and broken people are still lovable. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what, no, well, it does matter what people do to you in your past. There are things and that happen in life which make you feel broken or actually like kind of shatter you a little bit. And that's life. There's no one gets out unscathed. Life is fucking hard. And there are times when it seems like it'll never get better. But I promise you, man, oh man, I promise you it does. I promise you it does. And I think of life, me personally, I think of life more like a roller coaster than, a mountain. Mountains go straight up and then straight down, but their roller coasters are up and down. And for me, that's what life has felt like. A lot of ups and a lot of downs, but continuously moving forward, always going. And that's my goal in life, to just, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's shitty. Just shitty. But just keep going, because wherever you are, and Marie said this to me yesterday, wherever you are, it's not a place that you will stay. That's just inevitable. You know, if life is shitty right now, it will get better. Now, it's not going to get better out of nowhere. Like, there's no fairy who's going to come and bop you on your head and there you go, life is better. It's going to take steps. It's going to be shitty and it's going to be hard, but better is like right the fuck over there, just another roller coaster ride, just up and down. Just stay on the ride. Just stay on the ride. Here's another one. If you do not love yourself, others will use that to justify their inability to love you. I'ma say that bitch again. If you do not love yourself, others will use that to justify their inability to love you. Self love is so incredibly important. And I know I talk about it all the time, and mostly because I'm on this journey and it's been hard and shitty, but I'm learning so much, not just about myself, but about the company I keep, about the the situations that I found myself in the past, which are, boy, oh boy, I've made some doozies. I've made some very questionable decisions, but all of them taught me one lesson or another, but most of them taught me to just get back up. You know what I mean? No matter how fucking hard it gets, and listen, it gets hard. You just you just get back up. And a lot of times what I think about is the Rocky song. Like, who doesn't love the Rocky song, right? You hear that shit, I don't care where you are. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. What was I even thinking? Like, let's go fucking fight. Fight who? Don't give a shit. Don't care who it is. Ready to go. Run up some stairs? Fuck yeah. Gonna fall down. Kind of uncoordinated. I'm fine with it. I'm just ready to go. Thinking about that song, and for those of you who don't remember Rocky, please go watch it. It's this. Who remembers? Was he Chicago? Was he in Chicago? Philly. I'm so sorry. I know. I got it. I got it. My bad. Rocky was in Philly, and he was a boxer, and he got his ass beat a lot, and then he just slowly became a fighter, slowly became better, and he didn't do it, you know, with the pop on the head. He had to put some really hard work in, and he also like killed the guy on the mat. Just watch the movie. It's spoilers. My bad. It's really good. There's a couple of them. I think it goes up to like 4 or 5, but Rocky 2 is my favorite, man. Rocky 2 is my favorite. It's a good one. It's a good one. Let's read this one. She is a mermaid, going against the flow. The wave society, the wave society expects her to flow, tries to drown her true identity. Enslaved, she no longer wants to be, but free to be who she wants to be. First of all, mermaids are cool as shit. I hope they're real. I hope they're real, man. Just, yeah, not like the Ariel mermaid, because that seems inappropriate. And hopefully, that's not how mermaids are. Don't just give your voice away. Fuck all that. But like real mermaids, oh, man, I hope that shit is real. Anyway, she is a mermaid. Oh, mermaid? She is a mermaid going against the flow. The wave society expects her to follow, tries to drown her true identity. Enslaved, she can no longer be, but free to be who she needs to be. So I marked this page off because um, it spoke to me. Obviously, I am a weird person, and over the years, I've become more comfortable with my weird. And we're all weird. There's, the normal factor, the normal line is here and here and here and here and here, just everywhere for everyone, because normal's not a real thing. And trying to shove yourself into the idea of what society has deemed normal will drive you fucking nuts. Just be you. Just be you. And I've heard that so many times in interviews. I've heard it watching other people's interviews. A lot of people who have been successful interviewed by other people. And a lot of the questions are, what advice would you give someone else who's trying to do what you're doing? And most often, the answer is, if it's not closely related to their profession, is just be yourself. Just be yourself. Everybody else is taken. It took me a while to figure that shit out too. Wanting so bad to fit into a thing that didn't even exist that I was willing to change myself into someone I didn't recognize. For what? I like me. Took me a while, but I like me. I'm still learning how to love me, but I really like me. And if you're having struggles with that, if you're having a hard time learning how to like yourself, or if you never even gave the thought of, damn, of course I love myself. I should love myself. Do I like myself? Would I hang out with me? Ask yourself that. Would you hang out with yourself? I would hang out with me in short bursts. Okay? I'm a lot. I get it. So I would hang out with myself in short bursts. But yeah, I like me. And I hope you like you too. Loving yourself is important. And liking yourself it's pretty damn cool. So yeah. Jamie said wonderfully weird. Thank you so much. Weird is super cool. Yeah. She is art in a beautiful museum we recognize to be this world. Although she is beautiful, sophisticated, and captivating, not everyone cared to appreciate that. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay if everyone doesn't like you. Took me a while to figure that shit out too. Trying my hardest to get everyone in the room to agree that I'm a person worthy of their time and their care, their likeness. Every person in the room, oh my God, just please like me. Excuse me. And that comes from, again, childhood trauma. You can trace most things back to childhood trauma. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. That's why it's so important to take care of your mental health and go back and figure out where those things stem from, most likely childhood. Please do so safely. I am not a therapist or a trained professional. So make sure you're talking to someone if you have the kind of past or the kind of childhood that was physically, emotionally, uh, uh, all kinds of damaging. Going back to that to learn how to fix it can be traumatic. So whatever you're doing to fix yourself, um, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to go down this road by yourself. You don't have to do everything by yourself. I learned that shit too, because I don't like to ask for help. I want to do it myself. Mostly control issues. I just want to get it done the way that I want to do it. So if you could fuck out the way, I'll get it done. Well, life doesn't always work like that. And sometimes you need help. It doesn't make you any less strong. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you a person who's trying to get from A to B who needs a little help. And everyone will be there. There's not a person in this world who can get through life by themselves. Unless you like live somewhere secluded and you're the only fucking human around. Most people need people. Just make sure that the people that you need are the people you should have around. And that's only a thing that you can answer. Um, I'm learning that. I'm learning a lot of things. Michael said, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Oscar Wilde. Yes. Thank you. I didn't know where that quote came from. Everyone else is taken. Be yourself. Wonderfully weird. Even if, here's the thing I used to do. I used to, when I left a room, when I was, I don't know, late teens, early 20s, anytime I left a room, I would give everybody dap in that room before I left. So everybody's like, I would shake everybody's hand. I give everybody a hug before I left. And one time, a friend of mine was just like, damn, like, why are you giving everybody dap? Like, are you the fucking mayor? Just leave. And I was just like, damn, okay. And then I let that seep into who I was as a person. Me saying goodbye to everyone is just a thing I like to do, mostly because I don't want to leave. I'm one of those hanger honors. I just want to party. I just want to hang out or whatever. And I just want to say goodbye to everyone. That's a thing that's not wrong. It can be annoying to some people, but fuck them. If annoying isn't causing physical, emotional damage to yourself or someone else, you be as annoying as you want to be. The people who like it will like it. And the people who don't won't. That's okay. If like annoying is, where you sit, if annoying is part of your personality, man, let's you be as annoying as you want to be. And someone's annoying as someone else is attractive, right? Because every single person that we meet is a different person. No one is the same. And that's the fun part about life. What someone deems weird, someone else will see as charming. So you just got to find the people who make you feel happy about being the person you've worked hard to achieve. Those people are out there, I promise. I've met some of them. I love some of them. I can't wait to get back to some of them. Yeah, pretty cool. Clear my throat. This one I really, really like. You deserve to be with someone who searches for the beautiful things in you. And you do. You do. You deserve happiness. You deserve love. Everyone deserves love. So I remember one time I was talking to, God, don't get me to line. I don't remember who it was. But we were talking about not that quote specifically, but about everyone deserves love. And we say everyone. You have to literally include everyone. So do your annoying neighbor down the street who, I don't know, yells at their kids all the time. They deserve love. The kid who, comes down your street and knocks over your garbage cans, that little fucker deserves love. The person who's in prison for whatever, they're part of everybody. They deserve love. The people who've hurt you for whatever reason, they deserve love. If everyone deserves love, that includes everyone. And that is a hard thing to do. It's not an easy thing to just be like, it. Let me switch that around. It's easy to love the people who are easy to love. It's easy to love the people who are easygoing. It's hard to love the people who you butt heads with, right? It's hard to love the people who don't agree with the things that you agree with. It's hard to love the people who don't see the world the way that you do because you're so used to seeing this thing, and a lot of times, myself personally, just speaking for myself, we might surround ourselves with like-minded people because we're human. Of course we would. But the people who aren't like us doesn't mean they're less deserving of love. Just means they're different. And different is good. But different is hard to love. And that's, I believe, one of the challenges of life. Now, I could be wrong. One of the challenges of life could be to, I don't know, wear your pants backwards like crisscross. They had it right. They did not. It is very hard to use a bathroom. But I don't know what the point of life is, but so far I've learned how to just kind of roll with the punches. Life is so incredibly just what's the word I'm looking for? Um Sporadic. Shit just happens out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden you're going down the street, minding your business, just got yourself a taco from the street vendor, and then bubble guts because you got a taco from the street vendor. So where do you go, right? The funny parts in life is things like that. Like this story is going to be funny in a couple of weeks. Maybe a little bit longer, depends on, how shitty your story is. Huh? You see what I did there? You see what I did there? I know you see. But another part of life, shitballs, I don't forgot what the fuck I was. Anyway, I know that the whole point is that life is sporadic and unpredictable and beautiful and fun and loud and pretty and honest. Learning to make life honest is a challenge all on its own. Because adults have learned how to deceive themselves into believing that what they see directly in front of them is the truth. You have to find the truth. Sometimes that means finding your own truth. What does that mean? No fucking clue. I'm not you. I don't know what your truth is. I know what my truth is. Get back up. Whatever it is, I don't give a shit what it is. Get back up. Life has been difficult, but I think that my God has given me the strength to just get the fuck back up. Yeah, I said God and fuck in the same sentence because my God is cool with that shit. Just saying. I think I read this one already. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. You will never amount to much by forcing your image to become identical to your reflection. You are not them, and you do not want to be you. You must stay on your path. Oh, and they do not want to be you. I'm sorry. You must stay on your path and keep yourself out of their lane. Let's try that again. You will never amount to much by forcing your image to become identical to their reflection. You are not them, and they do not want to be you. You must stay on your own path and keep yourself out of their lane. That is the best damn advice I have ever heard. Mind your business. Mind your business. Trying to compare yourself to other people, especially if you don't know what they're going through, what they've been through, how they got to where they are, it's a fool's errand. Comparing yourself to even the person you used to be, you can use that to show growth, but don't stay there. Don't look back for too long. Rearview mirrors are there for a reason. You don't need to turn your head to look back. Just glance up, see how far you've come, and keep going. There's so much more road, and it gets better. I just read that one. Ooh, I like this one. She is the most perfect. She's the most. Take two. She is the most perfect illustration of the word sexy. Fascinating describing her, and gorgeous was her first name. Everyone's last name she carries. Whosever last name she carries, they should know that they've been struck by luck. Is that you? Is they talk about you? I bet they is. She is the most perfect illustration of the word sexy. Fascinating described her, and gorgeous was her first name. Whosever last name she carries, they should know that they've been struck by luck. You're talking to you. Knowing your worth has been such a phenomenal part of my journey. It's figuring out that I'm worthy of love, that I'm worthy of happiness, that I'm worthy of giving a shit from myself. And again, childhood trauma, going through that shit. Therapy. Oh, listen. Therapy is phenomenal. If not just to work through your shit, just to have like a person who would just listen to you, bitch. Even if even if life isn't like fucking you up right now, just to have someone to just bitch to for like a good hour. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. You know what I mean? So I would definitely suggest, if you're not talking to a friend, talk to a therapist and just listen, dust that shit off your shoulders, okay? Jay-Z told us what to do, okay? Get that dirt off your shoulders, okay? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go and go with God. Don't exactly know what that means, but if it means something to you, good on you. I really love this picture, obviously. It's a dope ass picture. You see that? So cool. Until you truly realize that you are a queen, jokers will invite themselves into your heart, making themselves as kings. Let's read it again. Until you truly realize that you are a queen, jokers will invite themselves into your heart, masking themselves as kings. Sorry, I just scared the shit out of my dog. My bad, Bubba. Love ya. Knowing your worth is so incredibly important to going on this journey. That's one of the things I found on the self love journey that I think I will probably be on for the rest of my life. But that's kind of the point, right? Muhammad Ali has this wonderful quote where he says, a person who is the same man at 20 as he is at 50 has wasted 30 years of his life." We're not supposed to be the same people. We're supposed to grow and evolve and change, as we should. Hopefully that changes for the better. Sometimes life is a bitch and you just kind of go back to, or go turn into something you don't recognize, something you haven't seen before. And again, that's okay. Just don't stay there. Oh, here we go. Sir, they're children. Stop barking at children. He just doesn't like kids. Just truly does not like kids. He is a wonderful dog. Wonderful dog. Not with the kid shit. Kids are gross. I said what I said. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, the self-love journey. It's been really hard and really cool. It's made me write more for sure. Like I write in the journal, and I have a hard time writing consistently in the journal because I just be forgetting shit. Like I'm busy, bitch. Like I got shit to do, and sometimes I'm just tired at night and don't. Excuse me. My decompression is going to bed, and that's enough for that day. But learning how to consistently get shit off my chest, even if it's writing on a piece of paper, you know, uh, taking it off of my spirit and putting it somewhere else makes me feel lighter. Even if that's not the case, it's a case for me. Maybe it's a case for you. Try it, don't try it. I keep trying things until I find something that works. So far, journaling has been pretty cool. Poetry, obviously, has been a great outlet for me. Hey, Jonathan Parker, what's crack a lacking? Um, Self love has been a journey that I'm so grateful to start. I remember a time in my life where I never thought that I would be able to look myself in the mirror. When I say look myself in the mirror, I don't mean like, the crazy I can't, you know, look at myself maybe like I don't know how I was going with that. Anyway, I had a hard time loving myself. I had this crazy idea of what I should look like based on this ridiculous idea of what society thinks a woman of my stature should look like. Now, when I say a woman of my stature, I mean a black woman. I mean a woman with a beautiful ass. I had a hard time learning how to love the different parts of my body. And the more I'm on this journey, I'm high-fiving myself in the mirror. I'm going to the gym, but because I want to, not because I feel like I have to in order to fit into this idea of what I should look like. I'm learning how to love me, not for anybody else. I'm not trying to turn myself into something other people will find attractive or, likable. I'm doing this for me and nobody else. And that has been one of the best journeys I've ever been on. Jonathan said, "I love poetry." Yes, self-love can get into that idea. Word, right? Self-love, bro. Self-love can't get into the idea. Oh, I don't love myself and don't wish to love myself. Well, Jonathan Parker, I want you to love yourself. Loving the things I do that I could sometimes love. I found that this journey of self-love has been it's difficult. Like, this shit ain't easy. That's why people don't do it. That's why a lot of people don't do it. But the more we talk about self-love in every space that we occupy, the easier it will be for other people to learn how to love themselves. Not just giving people permission, because no one needs permission to learn how to love themselves, but showing that this journey is not only possible, it's achievable. Self love is achievable. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going to lie to you. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and just think that you the shit. That takes time. And you should probably be good at something. I'm sure you are. You just got to find out what that thing is. Loving yourself has been a journey that I think has made me a stronger person. Here's what I mean. Now, Jonathan, I want you, well, no, because I don't know you. So I don't want anything from you. I would like you to know that you're worth loving. Everyone is worthy of love. Every single person. I don't care what you did. And that includes murder. That includes whatever else. Everyone is worthy of love. Where does it come from? It comes from, like, inside you. If you don't know how to love yourself, then you can't tell other people how you want to be loved. So they will love you in different ways. Sometimes not in the best ways, sometimes in hurtful ways. Learning and telling people the way you want to be loved is like a superpower. It's beautiful, it's kind, it's slow, it's honest. Honesty is hard. Don't let anybody else tell you it's easy to be honest. My mic just fell, like, right into the crick of my arm. There we go. I had a hard time learning how to be honest about the kind of love I wanted to receive. Now, I know what I want. I don't have time for this bullshit. But when I started, I had no idea how to say, I don't like that. That was. Now I'm just like, no, thank you. I don't want that. I don't like that. It's gotten better. Jonathan said, but do you think people love themselves too much in this society instead of other things? That is a whole nother conversation. And yes, I mean, just like it's possible for people to not love themselves enough, there are plenty of people who love themselves too much. And, life is about balance, finding that, yes, do I love myself? Absolutely, I should. Do I think I'm the shit? Yes, you should think you're the shit. Should I tell everyone else I'm the shit? Well, slow down a little bit. Okay? You should absolutely believe in your powers and believe in the person you are, as and the person you're trying to become. You should believe in all those things. It's no one else's job to believe in that for you. You can believe in it all you want. Doesn't make it true. But if it's true to you, that's enough, bitch. You don't need anybody else to tell you how beautiful you are, how kind you are, how loving you can be. You should know that within yourself. Again, time. Oh, man, there is no substitute for time. God, I wish there was. I wish, that Justin Timberlake movie that got like really creepy about time. Not creepy, but just odd. Time clockers, I think it was. I thought that was a really ingenious idea. Jonathan said, I'm of thanks for the interaction and greetings from Netherlands. Well, you're welcome for the interaction and greetings from Georgia, United States. Have a great night and please love yourself. If no one else does, I do, because everyone is worthy of love. Have a great night, Jonathan and I. Everyone gets cool nicknames. Congrats. Jamie, I would just sing the name game to you because it's just fun. Jamie, but baby, banana, fanning for fammy, me, my mammy, Jamie. It's just fun. Yeah. You know who can't play the name game? Tucker. Tucker cannot play the name game. He can, but like not in school. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So in these last 15 minutes, I would like to talk about happiness. What happiness is, what it means, and where the fuck you find it. I've been looking for this bitch forever. And I've been looking for happiness in all the wrong places. I've been looking for happiness in other people, not knowing that it came from within. If you don't know what makes you happy, how the fuck is anybody else going to know what makes you happy? It all starts in here. And that's where the hard work starts. Do I like doing the hard work? Fuck no. I don't like it all the time. There's some times when I just want to wake up and just be shitty. Like, I just want to wake up and choose violence today. That's what I'd like to do today. And then another part of me is just like, listen, maybe you need a timeout. Because that's not a thing I want to do. I always want to treat people with kindness and I want to move about the world like the cool art teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like the teacher who started you at 100 and it's your job to keep it. That's how I want to move about life. That's my personal choice. You don't have to move about life that way if you don't want to. This is my choice. I want everyone to start at 100 until you give me a reason to no longer have not just that score, but access to my life. If you give me reason not to, cool. That is also okay. I'm going to keep it moving. That is a hard fucking lesson. The more you get into your journey of life, the more you notice that some people will drift away. Some on purpose, some by accident. And when I say by accident, I just mean like you just didn't expect your personal growth to show you these different things. You didn't expect your personal growth to kind of change you in a way where certain things are no longer acceptable because you've learned what you do and don't want. That kind of hurts. Forgot what I was saying because I'm thirsty. Drinking water. I no longer, I'm not drinking alcohol for a year. Just like let my body settle. I do it every couple of years. Let me listen. In these last 10 minutes, let me tell you about this fucking story. So a couple weeks ago, which is how I knew, I was like, it's break time. I was doing this show, Uncorked Poetry Podcast. and I drank a half a bottle of wine with the guest. And then I finished that bottle while I was cooking, most likely tacos. Um, and then I ate, and then I popped open another bottle of wine, and then I drank that. And then I didn't feel anything. 2 bottles of wine, not drunk. Pause time. Time to pause. All right? Time to put shit on hold. Like 2 bottles of wine and you don't feel anything? Your tolerance is very high. It's break time. And that's when I was just like, okay, it's break time. But it doesn't mean we can't still do the show. I can do the show with water. Water's great. H2O. It's delicious. One of my favorite movies, Waterboy. It does not track in 2021. If you rewatch a lot of the movies we used to love when we were kids, holy fuck. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Go check that shit out again. It's gonna fuck your life up. It's gonna fuck all 2021 up. It does not track well. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that brings me to one of my favorite quotes by Maya Angelou, which is, "You do the best you can until you know better. When you know better, you do better." We have decided as a society that it is no longer acceptable to make movies making fun of transgender people. That's fucked up. It took us a while to figure that out, but now we got it. And hopefully we're not doing that anymore. Now we're learning that in society, when you look like an easy target, it's almost easier to make fun of that target. That's, kind of what comedy is. It's, there's always um, a victim, not so much a victim, but um, the ire of where the comedy is being directed is usually at something else or yourself. It's hard to make comedy about nothing. I'm sure there are plenty of comics who do it. I am not a comic, okay? I love comedy. I love stand-up comedy. Um, I think one of my favorite comics, who's my favorite comic? Well, it used to be Christopher Titus. He's still up there for me. I think he's funny as shit. A lot of people don't really care for his kind of comedy, but I think he's fucking funny. D.L. Hughley. Oh, God. I love D.L. Hughley. I think he's funny as shit. Again, a lot of people have a hard time with that kind of honesty comedy, but it's not for everybody. That's okay. And that's all I wanted to say. Sometimes, whatever you're going through, whatever you've been through has changed you as a person, as it should. It's affected you. It's affected the way that you talk, walk, act, and react to different things in your life. Things have happened to you. You've happened to other things, and that has made you who you are. If you don't like that part about yourself, you can change it. How? I'll tell you how. I'll give you one suggestion. I can't tell you how to change yourself because I don't know what you're going through. But I'm going to make a little noise here for a sec. There we go. I started by reading this book, My Grandmother's Hands. This book is phenomenal, okay? Let me just tell you, if you're not ready to do the work, put it down, okay? It's a hard book, hard fucking book. But I'm learning so very much, not just about myself, but about the things I have allowed in my life, the things I will no longer allow in my life. And the things that pissed me off or made me feel less than in my past doesn't have to define my right now. I have the power to change it. I'm in charge of me. You are in charge of you. Whatever changes you want to make, you can make them. It won't be easy. Anything worth changing usually takes repetition. So it's going to take a while. You're going to have to keep doing the thing over and over again. And that's okay. That's how we learn. So whatever you're going through on your journey, Be kind to yourself. All right. Be patient with yourself. Nothing happens overnight. Expecting it to is a lost game. You've already lost. If you're trying to change things about yourself tomorrow, it takes time, repetition. And just know that I love you. I know there are people in your life who love you. And as you continue on this journey of life and love, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fall. That just is. As long as you get back up, you've already won. So just keep winning and keep getting back up. That's it for us this week. I hope you enjoyed today's Uncorked Poetry Podcast. What we read today was Her from Pierre Alex Jainty. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing the last name wrong. My apologies. We read a bunch of poems out of this, and we talked about my grandmother's hands for personal growth. And there's a lot of DEI work in here, and it's very important. So if you're looking for DEI work, hit this up. DEI meaning diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yeah, that's it for us this week. I hope you have a wonderful week. Spread that love, baby. Spread that love. So remember, hurt people. So keep an eye on your pain. Stay safe. Godspeed. And we'll see you next week. You guys have a great week. Oh, yeah, I can't forget. Sorry. Go Yankees. Mm-hmm.